Madeline, and we have a strength training program for you today. Here's what you're gonna need. A sturdy chair, because we're gonna be sitting in the chair, but you can try any of these exercises standing. We're gonna be using a tube. It's a resistance tube. So it adds a little resistance to help make our muscles work a little harder, get a little stronger. So leave that to the side because we're gonna warm up first. Please make sure you have some water close by so we can stay hydrated. And with that, I'm gonna have a seat. You have a seat too. Let's get our timer going. Yay, we have 30 minutes of fun. So let's check our posture before we get started. Feet flat on the floor, in line with your knees. Think of your belly button pulling to your spine. Your spine is lifted very tall. Shoulders gently pressing down so there's lots of space between your ears and shoulders. We don't want to be slouched forward, so we want to make sure that those shoulders are gently back and directly over your hips. And with that, let's get started by moving arms up, down. So we'll take a few minutes just to move, generally get our body warmed up. And you know what we're going to focus on today? We're focusing on the muscles of your backside. So that means all your postural muscles help us sit up tall. So I want you to remember these exercises and maybe try them a couple of times during the week. All right. Do you think we can add some feet to this? Watch me first. I heel and heel. I press my heel out, out. You like my big band music? I like it today. Let's keep this moving, but turn your head to the right and center. Now left, center. So we got a lot going on, but that doesn't mean you get to go back to slumping. We're gonna stay lifted and tall, turning your head. One more time. Good. Let's give it a little breather. Shake it out. Wiggle those fingers. Circle the wrists. Yep. And circle the shoulders. Back. Couple of times, just nice and loose. Now hold your shoulders back and down and reach forward. And reach. Reach. Again, here we go. Let's add a kick this time. So right foot, then left. Kick front. So it's going a little higher. Warming up those legs a little more. Out. And four more. 4, 3. Keep the legs kicking. But take your arms to the side and go out. So we have arms and legs moving, but feel your spine lifted nice and tall. Give me 4 more. 1, 2, 3, last one, and 4. Good job, shake it out. Let's focus on some range of motion for the shoulders. Take your arms in front with palms up, and think of the letter Y, and down. And up, up, and down. As those arms go up, you only go as high as you can comfortably. Remember, we're just warming up. We're just testing the waters. Think of your shoulder blades pulling down as those arms go up. Give me 2 more like this. 1, and down. Last one. Good job. Okay, before the next exercise, let's make sure our abdominals are pulled in. These muscles are really important. If you let these go, you kind of slouch. So pull up, chest lifted, belly button in, and take the arms now with bent elbows to the side. Here we go. Up for 2, down. Imagine you were sitting up and your back of your head, back of your shoulders were against the wall. Try to see if you can touch your elbows and the back of your hands to the wall. Give me 4 more. And down. And 3. Start feeling your shoulder blades, right between your shoulder blades. Feel those muscles squeeze to pull it back. Lift. Good job. Shake it out. Change the arms a little. Reach forward. Reach side. Now lower down and make sure your arms are a little behind you. So you go up for 2. And back. You feel the waking up those muscles of your upper middle back. Let's do it again. So you reach, open, and then press down. Nice. One more time. Here we go. Reach forward and back, and down. Ah, yes, shake it out. Arms reach forward, let's hold it here. You're gonna pull back, like you're on a bow and arrow. Now the other side. A little faster, go right, left. So right now the movement is in the shoulder. Think of right there in the middle of your back, pulling the shoulder blade back. Remember, all these exercises are to wake up the muscles of your middle upper back that are your postural muscles. Add a rotation now, and the movement is happening a little lower, a little more through the torso. Think of your rib cage moving. Inhale, exhale. We got 2 more. Last one. And shake it out. Okay, I think we're ready to pick up our tubes. You ready? So I have mine right here. Before we actually use it, we always test it out. We always take an inspection. Make sure there's no little tears. Because after a while, sometimes there can be little tears. And then you don't want to use it anymore. So I look, mine looks good. How about yours? Okay? So we have our band, and we're going to start now using the band or the tubing to strengthen the muscles. So before we were just kind of moving the muscles, right? We were just waking them up. Now they're awake, and let's make them work a little bit for us. So take your band, and you're going to put the handle in your right hand, like so, and then you're going to loop it. So it's about, I don't know, a few inches from the middle of the band. Then let's do the same thing with the other side, right? Hand in the handle, and then you go so that you have maybe, I'm gonna go, what is that, a foot? I don't know. About chest high, thumbs up. Shoulder blades down, and I want you to think about your shoulder blades squeezing. So squeeze your shoulder blades, and then try to separate your arms a little, feel that tension, and then come again. Go out, and in. Never letting the band go totally slack. Inhale, exhale. Here we go. Exhale and inhale. Let's check our spine. You feel lifted? You feel tall? Exhale. Notice a couple of things. Thumbs up, right? And remember, feel shoulder blades squeeze. We're trying to wake up those muscles in the back. Squeeze. Exhale. Good job. We have a few more to go. Can we do 4 more? I think we can. Go 1 and down. Think squeezing shoulder blades. Think keeping the shoulders down so you don't want to scrunch. Last one. This is it. Good job. Shake it out. Did you feel it? You probably felt it in your shoulders too. I did too. But I really want you to engage those muscles right between the shoulder blades. Now, arms are a little lower, and we're going to do the same exercise. So you go out and down, but just by changing the angle a little, we just can target those muscles a little slightly differently. I'm going to turn to my back toward you so you can see what's happening in the muscles of my back. So what I'm hoping you see is shoulder blades squeezing. So as my arms go out, I feel that squeeze. Still sitting up tall. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We have 4 more. Let's go. Go 1 and down. No scrunching. 2. So you keep lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. And feel the squeeze. Last one, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. Very good. Phew. Okay. Find the middle of your band, right like so. The other hand is going to just hold onto the handle so you kind of let go. And you're going to pull. Now I go, oops, this is a little long. So then I go from the middle, I'm going to shorten it a little. So try that. Arm straight, and you pull back. So you might have to, if you have a big chair like mine, might have to move forward a little bit. And then I want you to think of your elbow going straight back like you're doing a bow and arrow. Pull and release. I can even go a little more tension. Pull, release. And again, think abs tight. This is a silly song, huh? I can even go tighter. So it's gosh. And up and down. Now this is my stabilizer. keep that arm straight as you pull this elbow back. Exhale. Breathe. Good. Couple more. Go. 1. We have 4 more actually. And 2. Good. 2 more. Hold. And last one. Hold. Yes. Very good. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. So we learned our lesson. It's not very far at all from the handle. Like so. Here we go. So pull back for 2. And then release. Exhale. Release. Again, think of the muscles right there in the middle of your back. Pulling that elbow back and then slowly releasing. Now you know, this band will do the work for you. You don't want that. You want to slowly pull back and slow it down to get back to that first position. Oh my gosh, it's the silliest song. Kind of fun though. Gotta make you happy. Are you breathing? Concentrate, pull back, and down. 2 more. Go back, and down. Last one, pull back. Yes, and relax. Good job. Whew. Give yourself a couple of shoulder circles. Now shoulder shrugs. Lift those shoulders up to the ears, and then press down. Feel the difference? Up to the ears, and press down. Now we want to hold it down. Take your band and we're going to put it under our feet. So I lift my foot and I make sure that the band is right there on my arch. That's what I want you to do as well. So on the arch of your foot. Hinge forward. What does that mean? That means not bending the spine. It means moving from your hip and hinging forward. Chest is lifted, and then I lift my entire torso up. Try it with me. So you hinge forward and lift your entire torso up from the side. Looks like this. Hinge forward and come all the way up. Can you see that I am not rounding my spine or dropping my shoulders? The movement happens right here in the hip. So let's use the band to help strengthen the back muscles. So instead of just keeping your hands in the handle, we want to shorten the band a bit. See what I did? Let's do it again. All you have to do is kind of loop it around. So I'm holding onto the band and the handle. As I hinge forward in a hip, I see if I can't walk my hands down a little bit more on the band. Maybe you'll do that, maybe not. Then come straight up. And the band is adding a little resistance. Let's try it again. So you hinge for 2, come up for 2. Hinge, upright. Hinge, upright. There we go. Hinge, and lift. And you can always adjust this if you need to make it a little more challenging. You just go a little lower on the band and upright. Hinge forward. Again, only moving from the hip. My torso is staying in one solid position. No movement, no rounding, and lift. Let's do 2 more and lift. This will be the last one. And relax. Nice job. Okay, release the straps. Hold just the handles. Let's go into that hinge position after we take a little moment's rest. Hinge forward. 1 loop again, so it's a little bit of tension, and the exercise is going to be pulling back. This is what we call a lat pull. Okay? And LAT, short for latissimus dorsi. That's a long word. Back and down. But let's concentrate. Stay in that hinge position as you pull back. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. We got this. Just breathe. Can you notice, can you see how I'm not looking straight up? My eyes are out looking at the floor in front of me. That's because I think of my spine happening from right at the base of the head all the way to the tailbone. So I want you to do the same thing. Think of your neck as part of your spine, and you want to keep it straight, right? You want to keep it one long line. So as you exhale, shoulders stay down, and you're looking at the floor in front of you, maybe about 4 to 6 feet ahead. Can you see that I'm doing that? Pull back. Also, think elbows going back, not up to the ceiling, but back to the back of the chair. Okay, we're doing this. We got 4 more. 1. Remember to breathe. Exhale. And down. 2 more, that's all. And down. Last one. And come up. You get a little breather. Phew, shake it out. Dance time. Sorry. This is important. We should be serious. Okay, so next exercise is going to get more of the rear part of the shoulder and the back. Same position. Hinge, shoulders down, not really tense. So you just want to get the shoulder blade in position, down, hold it there, but don't hold your breath. Elbows are going to go out to the side, but again, if you need to shorten it, you got to do that loop that we did before. Then elbows out and down. Exhale as you lift. Exhale. Okay, really focus now on feeling your shoulder blades squeeze together. So we're getting the muscles right there between your shoulder blades. Exhale. Again, elbows are not going up. Elbows are going back. Chest is lifted. Spine is long. Exhale. You feeling it? Give me 4 more. 3. Only 2 more. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Try to get those shoulder blades together right here. Squeeze. And release. Nice. Okay, take the band. Guess what? Good news. We're finished with the band. So we're going to put it back to the back of the chair. Let's take a moment just to kind of feel a little stretch. All these muscles we work. Take a nice shoulder, couple of shoulder circles. Nice. Now take your right arm and place your hand on the forearm place your left hand on the forearm, and then just kind of reach across. Pull this shoulder back as you reach that arm in front, and you can feel a nice stretch through that back. Good. Let's try the other side. Hold on. Deep breath in. Exhale. And as this is reaching forward, this is pulling back, and you get a nice stretch through this area we just worked. Okay, time to get the back side of the lower body. That means hamstrings, bum. Hands right here on the chair, and I'm gonna let you cheat a little bit. We're gonna stand up, but a couple of layers before we actually stand all the way up. One is to use your upper body to help you lift your bum off the chair. You see how I did that? You want to try that? Exhale, but use all those muscles we just focused on, so you're not grounding like this. Shoulders back and down. Remember, posture for every position. Hinge forward and heels into the ground, and my bum comes off the chair. Lower down. You want to try it again? Push into the ground. Lift your bum off the ground, pull those shoulder blades back and down. Perfect. Now, some of us might be able to go a little higher without using the arms at all. So watch me the first time. Exhale, you hinge, right? You go a little higher, and I didn't use my arms. I still keep my shoulder blades down, and then I have a seat. Try it with me. Here we go. Inhale. Push down, exhale. And then come up. Even if you went 1 inch off the chair, that's okay. Here we go, let's try it again. Exhale. Good. Imagine you have a piece of paper on the ground and you're trying to split that piece of paper. So you're with your feet. So the energy of your legs are going out, not in. Let's try. Energy of the heels are pushing into the ground as you go up. And I'm telling you, you'll activate the back side. Here we go. Exhale. Squeeze your butt. and then release. Next one. If you want, we're gonna try to go all the way up to a standing position. If that's not for you, you just keep doing what we just did. So everything we just did, abdominals in, hinge forward, right? Think of those knees and feet stretching that way. Exhale, push into the ground, and then voila, here we are standing. Nice long opening up of those hip flexors. Squeeze your butt, you feel it? Now let's sit back down again and release. And you're right there on your chair. Can we do it 4 times? This can be at your own pace. So you might be faster than me, you might be slower, doesn't matter. Just form is what matters. So exhale, push into the ground, stand all the way up, and then lower down. And if you need a little boost from your hands, again, that's okay. Just make sure you're engaging those muscles that we've just been working right there in the middle back. Exhale, and you come up. I'm telling you, it's gonna get easier and easier if you can fire up the muscles of your backside. Exhale, stand, and lower. All right, take a little breather. So, should have done at least 4. We're gonna turn to the side, so turn to your left. As you do so, hold on to the back of your chair with one hand, and we're gonna do a couple more exercises that, again, will target the hamstrings and the buttocks. So, the hamstrings are going to lift the foot off the ground. The buttocks is going to press the knee back. So that's the 2 actions we're going to focus on. But before we do, let's find our abdominals. You might need to hinge a little bit from your hips, just like so. And then lift, press back, and then release, and come up. Try it again. Here we go. So you hinge forward. Lift your foot. So you squeeze these muscles here. Press back. Feel the squeeze in the buttocks. Then release those 2 moves and come upright. We got 2 more just like that. You focus. Hinge. Lift your heel. Squeeze your butt. Release those 2 moves and come up. How'd that feel? Did you feel the muscles back here tighten and the muscles here tighten? Let's hold that position and do a few reps. So, hinge forward. Now hold your abs in. That's what's going to protect your back. Lift the foot and squeeze back. Here we go. So you lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. It's tiny. Don't think it's big. Inhale, exhale. Are you feeling it in your backside? Hamstring, butt. Hamstring, butt, hamstring, butt. Last one and relax. Phew. All right, since we did so much strengthening back there, I now want to get a little hip flexor stretch since we're in this position. Stay stable, pull up, shoulders are turned directly side, and if you squeeze your buttocks, push your hip forward, you're actually going to feel a stretch here in the hip flexors. The reason this is so important, especially if we do a lot of sitting, is because these muscles get very tight. If these muscles are very tight, then sometimes these muscles back here don't work correctly. So that's why we get a nice stretch. Inhale, exhale, and then release. Let's switch all the way to the other side. So go all the way over. Control, no rush. Hold on for stability. Position yourself, this leg goes back, and the same 2 exercises. The hamstrings, these muscles back here, are gonna lift the foot off the ground. The buttocks is gonna press the knee back. Those are the 2 exercises, but let's get our position. Tall lifted and hinge forward. Lift your foot. Squeeze your butt. Release the butt. Release the hamstring. And then come all the way up, sit up tall. Let's try it again. Ready? Here we go. So you hinge. Lift. Squeeze. Release. Lower. And then up. Holding that position. Here we go. We go up, back, up, back. Can you see it's pretty darn tiny? stretching from this hip, not bending my spine. Inhale, exhale, feel it. Butt and hamstring, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, last 4, and relax. Whew. Excellent work. Hip flexor stretch now. Pull up, shoulders back, nice and tall. So can you see on me, hopefully, I'm doing this, ear, shoulder, hip, one long line. Now squeeze, you can even lean back a tad, but you're trying to open up your hip flexors, muscles right here. And it should feel nice. Feel good? And then release, shake it out. Okay, back to center. Good work. So one more sit to stand, but I'm gonna change the position of the legs just so that it creates a little bit different work for your buttocks. Can you see toes turned out? I'm gonna sit back a little bit, so if I need, or if you need to push using your hands, you're gonna use here. If you can do it without the hands, great. But think of this, last exercise, then we get to stretch. Abs in, hinge forward. Position your feet, push your heels into the ground as you come up, halfway if you want, and then all the way up. Can you see how I have to shift my weight forward in that hinge position till I'm all on my feet, and then I come all the way up? Do it with me, here we go. We're gonna do 4 of them at your own pace. Exhale, hinge. Feel the squeeze in the buttocks, and then keep those knees out, over those toes, hinge. Push into the ground, come up, and down. I think we got 2 more, push down. Remember, keep those knees over those toes, and keep the buttocks squeezing as you come up. Fire up, squeeze, squeeze. Straighten, open up those hips, and lower down. All right, should we do one more bonus round? One more, we can do this. Ready? Exhale, push down into the ground, push those knees back, hinge again, and come up. Whew. All right, stay right where you are. And toes forward, toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in, till you have your feet together. Now hold your knees together and toes out, out. In, out, out. Watch me, don't move your knees. 4 more. 3. Then the movement is only happening here in the ankles. Now hold right there. Good job. Pull up tall. Shoulders back. 1 more time. And we get to do some stretches. Bring your right knee up and give me some ankle circles. All right, don't throw this move away. This move is so important because ankle mobility is really important for your balance. Let's circle the other way. Really important for your gait, because if you don't have ankle mobility, you start shuffling. We don't want to shuffle when we walk, we want to walk. Okay, other side, here we go. I like to imagine there is a crayon or pencil attached to my big toe, and I'm drawing the biggest circle I can. Circle the other way. It's not a squiggle, it's not a triangle, it's a circle. Nice, give it a rest. Now for the hips. You're gonna go up and out, and up and in. This side. Up and out. Up and in, nice. Last stretch is gonna be for those hamstrings that we worked. You're gonna move to the edge of your chair, extend the legs straight forward. Chest up, shoulder blades down, all these things we've been working on. Hinge forward. Oh, you feel that stretch back there. I start to feel the stretch, and look at how high I'm still up. The goal is to push your tailbone back. Lift your chest as you hinge, and just that action there, you're gonna feel this stretch in the back of the leg. Do you feel that? thigh, help support, and then pull up. Changing it slightly, take your leg out to the side. So same stretch, hinge forward. It's a little bit easier, a little harder. It's up to you. It kind of depends on where, actually, you see how I'm kind of adjusting? Sometimes you need to adjust. That's okay. And then come all the way up. Let's do those 2 stretches here. So leg forward, hinge. Inhale, exhale, shoulders down, abs in. And then come all the way up. You know what I want you to be able to get to is the point where your shoulder blades pull down and back and your chest is lifted, spine is long without even having to think about it. Let's take this leg out to the side. So even though right now the stretch you're feeling in a little inner thigh, a little hamstring, think upper body, gently, shoulder blades down and in place as you hold the stretch. Then you'll really feel the stretch and you won't be compromising the move or putting your low back in any kind of position that may start to strain or stress it. And then come all the way up. Bring your feet together. Shoulders back. Take your arms out to the side. Bring your arms forward and to your heart. And I thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you feel a little taller, a little stronger, a little more energized. Join me again